So you'll see what we're going to make. It's about 200 calories per serving for the mashed potato soup. So you'll see different ways that you can create by like using yogurt for a cream base, things like that, that'll help keep the fat content down, the calorie content down. And that's our hope. And this is a very simple soup. I actually made this one last night because I just bought this lovely induction stovetop and I wanted to make sure how to work with it. And it came out really good. We're going to use prepared mashed potatoes, okay, that you buy at the grocery store. If you can make your own mashed potatoes, I would highly recommend that because obviously anything that's going to come in a container is going to have some type of chemicals or processing to it. But again, we're trying to save time. You know, this will be done within the half hour roughly. We'll have the soup made here of this one. And then we're going to go on to salads. And the main thing about the salads is we're going to do dressings. I've got 3 dressings picked out. One is a creamy lime cilantro. One is a sweet, which is a raspberry vinaigrette. And the other one's a little more savory, which is the Greek one. They're all, again, very easy to make so that you can make these ahead of time and have them in the refrigerator so you don't have to go buy the store-bought one. Okay, you know what's in them. You know how really what the content's going to be. And the other soup we're going to make is this avocado buttermilk soup, which again sounds like a very heavy, but that one has about 250 calories per serving. Okay, and we're going to throw some crab on top of it to make it even better. So we will get started. Oh, one other thing I just wanted to talk about. When you're worrying about like how much you do these recipes, or let's say you have your own recipe that you make up and like you have no idea what's the nutritional value. Does anybody use MyFitnessPal? One of the cool things with MyFitnessPal is that you can enter your own recipe in there. Okay, and for instance, this is the mashed potato soup that I just entered. They have simply potatoes. Actually, you start typing in simply potatoes and the traditional mash comes up, and you can plug that in, and it then figures, you actually, and since this is a Cooking Light recipe, I was able to import it from Cooking Light, and it can match it. So it's a good way to keep track, and the other advantage is it's now stored in your profile. So, for instance, I just about eat the same thing for breakfast every morning. Okay, so if I build it once, I can just click on it and say I've eaten that day. So it's a good little app. There's other different ones out there. The great thing about this app is that it links to our app. Okay, so that when you do your workouts, they'll be recorded in our workout on our Fitness Generation app, and Megan and I can review the reports so we know when you worked out and when you haven't worked out. So, okay, so we're going to start with that first soup. What'll happen is we'll get it going. It's got to simmer for about 20 minutes, and then we'll start making the second soup. So we just coat the pan with some cooking spray, and we're going to put about 3/4 cups of onions in here. So this is garlic, some thyme sprigs, I'm going to put the chicken stock in. This is unsalted chicken stock, okay? So we're just going to bring that to a simmer, and we're going to move on, hopefully. And I need I'm going to use what I call boat motor, the immersion blender, to basically blend this. The recipe calls it throw it into the blender. The problem is when you're taking a hot base like this and you put it in the blender, it generally, you're right, it ends up on the ceiling. So this works just as good as potatoes.
In there.
So I would recommend, if you got time, make your own mashed potatoes. Okay. Or serve mashed potatoes one night, make double the bath, stick them in the fridge, and do it. is what I would do. But since we're kind of trying to make this a quick meal, I went ahead and followed the recipe. Here's these lovely pre-made mashed potatoes.